welcome to day 20. So today our intention is to have fun. So this is going to be quite challenging, but it's definitely going to be fun. And leading on from yesterday, we need to remember to keep smiling. Okay, so join me at the top of the mat. We're going to start in a mountain position, which we know really well now. So getting ourselves comfortable, closing the eyes. Start to lengthen the breath. And we've done this start quite a few times in the last few days. But the repetitiveness helps us to get in our zone of yoga, if you like, because our brain remembers, oh yes, this is when I'm quiet, this is when I just move with my breath. So let's have some fun. So opening the eyes, breathing in as our arms go up over our heads, bending the knees generously as we come down into our forward fold. Breathing in as we come up for halfway lift, flat back, look up, down into the forward fold, and pushing through our feet, slowly, all the way up to mountain, stretching those arms to the sky, and we're going to keep going, so coming down into our forward fold, up into our halfway lift, down into the forward fold, all the way up, through to mountain, arms up to the sky, keep going, coming down to forward fold, up to halfway lift, down to our forward fold, pushing all the way through, up to mountain, this time allowing our hands to be at our sides. Okay, and this is where the fun begins. So, breathing in, arms up over our heads, coming down into a forward fold. Placing the hands on the mat, we're going to walk our feet backwards as we're going to come into our first downward dog. So take any movements that you might need, pedaling those legs out, swinging those hips, whatever it needs to be until we find stillness. And let's just hold this moment. Breathing deeply. And then we're going to breathe in, we're going to send our right leg to the sky, and then bring it all the way through to the hands, helping it through if you need to, as we come into a low lunge. So looking up, opening the heart, and then breathing in, taking the hands up over the head. And as we bring them down, we're going to bring them on the inside of our right foot. So we'll move our right foot over, placing the hands down, taking that left leg back a little as we come into lizard. Feeling the stretch on the inside of the thighs, and then turning our right foot onto the pinky side. Going to give our lizard a wing. Just allow the hips to flex open a little. Bringing that foot back to the mat, and then if you can, lifting the back leg so the knees off the ground, making sure that your left hand is grounded into the mat. We're going to peel the right hand up and make our lizard dance. Breathing deeply as we bring the hand down to get to the outside, so we're coming back into the low lunge, drop the knee, planting the hands, we're going to take that right foot back, so we're coming back into our down dog. Repositioning the hands and the feet, taking any movement that we need before we find stillness. And then as we breathe in, we're going to lift the left leg up, bring it all the way through, remembering it on its way if you need to, as we come into our low lunge, looking forward, chest open, breathing in as we bring our arms up over our heads, and then as we bring them down, bringing on the inside of our left foot, sending our left foot out a little bit, sending that right leg back a little as we come into lizard, feeling that stretch. Breathing deeply, turning that left foot onto the pinky side so that our lizard has a wing, feeling our hips opening a bit more, placing the foot back down. If you can, lifting that right knee off the floor, make sure the right hand is planted as we lift the left hand to make our lizard dance. Breathing deeply, And then as we bring the hand down, dropping the back knee, bring it to the outside as we come back into a low lunge. Planting the hands, bringing the foot back so we can come back into downward dog. Taking a moment here. And then walking the feet towards the hands as we come into a forward fold. Pushing through the feet, all the way up into mountain. And just closing the eyes. Notice how you're feeling. Remembering we're having fun, we're smiling. Opening the eyes. Turning towards the long end of our mat, long edge of our mat. And we're going to find ourselves in goddess. So, opening the feet into that wide leg stance. Finding that goddess position that we practiced before. Making sure that your core is engaged. Just popping your hands loosely on your hips. And we're going to start with the right knee and we're just going to dip it towards the middle of the mat. And a second time. And one more time. And this time we're going to keep going, so we're going to drop down into a low lunge. Breathing in, bringing the hands up over our heads. And then as we bring our hands down, we're going to push to left and stand ourselves back up into that goddess squat. And now we're going to dip the left knee, so dipping it once, dipping twice, and this third time as we dip, we're going to keep going and we're going to come down into a low lunge. Again, sweeping the arms up over our heads. Breathing deeply, and then as we bring the arms down, we're going to take a deep breath in to help us stand ourselves up by pushing through our feet. So let's breathe in, bring the arms down, coming up to that goddess stance. Well done, you're doing brilliantly. Now the fun really begins. So this time, we're going to dip our right knee, we're going to come into that low lunge, but we're going to keep our body going. So it comes all the way around to 180, and then we're going to let our bottom sit back on the floor. Adjust your feet a little if you need to, but your knees should be roughly stacked over each other. And this is called cow pose. I'm just going to stay here for a moment. Don't worry how yours looks. It may be the first time you've ever done this before. You may be like I was the first time I did this, just watching the video laughing. That's absolutely fine. Now we're going to untwist ourselves the way we came, coming back through that low lunge, all the way up into goddess. Keep smiling, and we're going to take it the other way. So left knee dips, comes down, keep moving, all the way through. So you've got cow face. On the other side, your knees are kind of stacked, but some people's might be perfect, some mine are a little bit askew to each other, but that's fine. That's just how my bones are. You might still be laughing, and that's absolutely fine. Just closing our eyes in this position if you're here. Just taking a moment, breathing deeply, remembering that we're having fun, we're just exploring, seeing how our body works, seeing where it goes, where it doesn't go. And then if you are in this position, opening your eyes and slowly coming back the way we can. So through that low lunge position, all the way round, up into goddess, up into your wide leg. Just stretch yourself right out into a star. And then we're going to come back to our mountain. We're just going to run through our vinyasa, arms up, down into that forward fold, coming up into a halfway lift, down into a forward fold, and then very, very slowly pushing up to mountain, gently, one vertebrae at a time, allowing the head to come up last, closing the eyes. Breathing deeply, bringing your hands to your heart center, putting a massive smile on your face because that was challenging and fun, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. fluttering the eyes open. Thank you so much for spending day 20 with me. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.